The NFC West this year is kind of an interesting division if you genuinely take a step back and look at things. Because the once dominant Seattle Seahawks with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson are no longer. That Legion of Boom is dead. They recently just hired a new young head coach in Mike Macdonald, so honestly, I don't know how that team's gonna look. A lot of Seahawks fans are high on him, but me personally, I don't really have an opinion. I think it was the right decision to move on from Pete Carroll, but that is just the start of the division, as the San Francisco 49ers look like they're just gonna dominate once again. On paper, they literally have the same roster, but Brandon Ayuk did recently request a trade. I believe it was yesterday, actually. So with his future up in the air, I don't know how that team is going to look because Deebo Samuel, in my eyes, isn't a legit wide receiver, if that makes sense. I feel like it's kind of a cop-out to call him a gadget kind of player, but that's just kind of what he is. Like, he gets the ball in his hands and in open space, he's dangerous. But as a pure receiver, I just don't believe in it. The defense is solid. Dre Greenlaw is coming off a torn Achilles. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this team going forward after this year. Then you have my Cardinals. If you're a fan of the channel, you know how highly I speak of us. I think we are going in a positive direction, but is that going to lead to 10+ wins? We'll talk about that today. And then the Rams. Like, the Rams are very weird. They just lost one of the greatest defensive players and honestly, probably the greatest in my eyes. And Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is no longer that team. They can't be Aaron Donald merchants anymore. I am also a big-time Matthew Stafford believer. Think he is amazing. A top 5 quarterback, probably in the league. I'm not gonna lie. Probably number 5 for me. And then you're gonna have a full season of Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp more than likely. So what it's looking like is this year is going to be very interesting for the NFC West. And today I am going to give you my predictions on how I think each NFC West team is going to do and what record they will finish with. So let's dive into it. And I mean, first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at Seattle's schedule real quick. So as you guys see, they have some tough opponents for sure. Some of those being Detroit, San Francisco, Jets, just off the eye, maybe the Packers. And then they also got to play the 49ers twice in the season. So it's tough. I don't know how I'm feeling about Seattle. Like, I haven't been the biggest Geno Smith believer. I'm just not that guy. So Seattle fans, sorry in advance, you probably aren't going to like this. Week 1, they are set to play the Denver Broncos. I think they're going to get a win. And as you guys see, I'm just going to drag and drop it real quick, talk about the games very briefly, and just go over their record predictions. This is going to go for every single team. Seattle, I think they got Denver. Denver's not a team I really believe in. I think they're going to struggle a little bit, especially come week 1. And the Patriots are probably going to be the same way. So Seattle, I could see you guys going 2-0. A great start, but just wait. We're literally just getting started because in week 3, I'm going to say I'll take the L, and that's going to go for a long stretch. As this is how I have your guys' season playing out, man. I mean, it's going to be 7-10, which is okay, I guess. It's not fantastic. I think you guys are going to lose to Miami, Detroit, pick up the dub against New York, lose to San Fran, beat Atlanta, lose to Buffalo, lose to the Rams. Then you're going to have a bye week. And as that stands, you guys have not won a division game since the bye week. So you guys are 0-2 right now. Then I have you losing to San Fran again, beating my Cardinals in the first time because for some reason Seattle always beats us at home. I'm going to keep that stretch going. And you guys are going to lose to the Jets. You guys are going to lose to us at home. You guys are going to lose to Green Bay, beat Minnesota, lose to the Bears, and you guys are going to pick up a win at the end against the Rams and finish with a record of 7-10. Seahawks fans, I already know you guys are going to come for my neck, but that is what I think is going to happen for you guys, and you guys are going to finish 4th in the NFC West. And then for the next team we have up, it is going to be the Los Angeles Rams. Let me go ahead and move this down real quick. We got the Rams, and these games aren't going to be in order. This is literally the best graphic that I could find, but these are their opponents in 2024, and I'm going to go ahead and break their schedule down. The W's and L's are back on the screen. Let's go ahead and place them real quick. And I didn't really break down why I thought Seattle was going to be bad, so let me go ahead and do that real quick before I do this, and I'll start placing these W's and L's as we go. Like, the thing is, Geno Smith, I'm not as high on him as everybody else is. Like, I believe the comeback story was great, but I'm just not feeling it. What is this going to be? Year 3 of the Geno Smith story? Like, I don't know. I just feel like teams are kind of figuring him out, and then Seattle they're okay. They have great corners, great receivers, and I believe in those skill positions, but outside of that, I'm not high on them. I could be crazy and I could get proven wrong during the season, and it would be what it is. Like, I wouldn't care at the end of the day. It's just, it wouldn't matter. The NFL is very hard to predict, but at the same time, who knows? They're at the bottom for me today, and it is what it is. I think quarterback play is going to hinder it. Rookie head coach is going to hinder into it. I do think their run defense is horrid. They did address it with Byron Murphy in the draft. They bolstered up a little bit, but I'm just not buying it. But moving forward to the Rams, we are going to dive into this real quick. I'm not a believer in them either, and I have teeter-tottered with this for quite a while. You guys have been a fan of the channel. You guys know that I had the Rams number 2 in the NFC West, but then I kind of took that step back, realized they don't have Aaron Donald. I think the defense is going to struggle. Cooper Kupp has struggled to stay healthy. I know it is like the past, 2 years that he hasn't been able to stay healthy. When he's on the field, he's elite. I mean, Puka Nacua, heck of a rookie season. Can he duplicate it? I do believe in Matthew Stafford. Kyron Williams is solid, but I just don't see them as a super dominant team this year. I think they're going to be solid. 7-10 is okay, but it's just not fantastic. I'm just not believing in the Rams. I'm not believing in the Seahawks. And so far, if these are depicted properly, I mean, the NFC West is struggling. I do have the Rams picking up tough games, though, against Buffalo, Miami. Like, I think they're going to be in a lot of these games. Like, they might be in the Packers game. They might be in the Philly game. Like, I think they're going to play teams hard. But I think they're ultimately going to fall short. And I do believe in Matthew Stafford to will this team some wins. It's just I'm not believing in them. And the Rams, like, they kind of blew up, man. They're going to go through what the 49ers did. They're not going to be able to pay all their players. They got to ship them out. They used everything. Like, once upon a time, this Rams team was insane on defense, and now they're kind of blown up, and that's just what happens with age, and that's just what happens when you don't have money. They got a Super Bowl out of it, but this year in 2024, things are going to take a massive decline, and they are going to finish with a record of 7-10. Oh, Rams fans, I know you guys are coming for my neck, but it's not going to get much better because we are going to move over to the next team right now, where I got my Arizona Cardinals, man. Let's go ahead and dissect this one real quick, because here is our opponents, and I made a video, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So here we go. We're looking at the Cardinals opponents, and as you guys see, as it stands right now, I got the Cardinals with a 3-1 division record, and you guys might be looking at that like, dang, you're kind of crazy for that. But I mean, let me go ahead and explain a little bit, because I'm not high on Seattle or the Rams. So, I mean, why would I just come into here with the Cardinals improving their roster drastically, just assume that we're not going to win some games? This isn't going to get insane, and I'll show you why in just a second, but the teams I'm not high on in the NFC West with a record of 7-10, the Cardinals being 3-1 against them, I mean, that's kind of fair. So this is where I kind of have us at, and this is a little different than the prediction video I made earlier on my channel discussing the Cardinals, and we would finish with a record of 9-8 right here. I think we're going to win some games that we honestly just shouldn't lose, like the Vikings, Bills, Patriots, Jets, Chargers. Like, I think those are all winnable for the Cardinals. Those are the games I'm kind of locking, but I think we're going to lose some games like the Commanders, who might come out here and shock some people. The Bears, I think their defense is exceptional, so honestly dropping that game is whatever. The Lions and the 49ers, some of the best NFC West teams, or NFC teams, not NFC West. You got the Packers, who are pretty solid. I think we're going to drop that one. The Dolphins, I think we're going to drop that one. But I think the Cardinals are going to be okay. 9 wins would be fantastic, fighting for a wild card spot. I don't know if we end up getting it because the NFC is kind of like, it's just whatever to me. So maybe we sneak in, maybe we don't. I am higher on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray coming into year 2, finally getting a full offseason. The team just looks different. I'm biased. I'm trying not to be, like, I really am. It's seeping through. I know it's seeping through heavy. But I think the Cardinals are going to shock a lot of people and be a lot better than most expected. And a record of 9-8 would be a huge leap in year 2, considering we won, 4 games last year? 5 games? I'm not sure. But it wasn't great. It wasn't pretty. We landed Marvin Harrison Jr. I think is going to help this offense tremendously. Finally have weapons. If they all stay healthy, we're going to be pretty solid. This is a thing I actually need to know. Am I being biased here? Do you think the Cardinals can realistically get 9 wins, or am I just going cuckoo? Because the projected line is 6.5. So I think we crack it. I think we get 9. I'm betting $100 as soon as I get it on the Cardinals winning 7. Easy money.
Baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala.
And then we're going to move over to the top team in the NFC West, where I have the San Francisco 49ers. And the crazy thing is, based on today's predictions, I have the 49ers sweeping the NFC West, going 6-0 in the division. And that is kind of insane to look at, but I mean, that's just how the cards play.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It's honestly very possible, but like very unlikely at the same time, because division games are very tough. But that's what I'm rocking with today. I could see it happening. And we're going to move over to the rest of the schedule and fill this bad boy out, because they are my number 1 seed today. Even if they do lose Brandon Ayuk, I still believe in this team. I'm not gonna lie, to win the NFC West. I just think they have so much talent defensively as well that it just kind of counteracts anyways. The offense is going to put up points. Christian McCaffery, if he stays healthy, they are going to be just fine. But this is how I have their schedule shaking out, man. I mean, they would probably finish 11-6 in my books. I think this is pretty accurate, pretty fair. I think they're gonna lose week 1 against the Jets. No one knows what to expect from them. I think the Jets are gonna be pretty solid solid this year, finishing with like 9 to 10 wins if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. But I think they're going to figure it out, and they're going to start going on a streak, as you guys see, winning against Minnesota, winning against the Rams, Patriots, Cardinals, and Seahawks before they lose to the Chiefs. But they're going to bounce that back with a win against the Cowboys right before their bye. They're going to lose to Tampa Bay coming off, beat Seattle, beat Green Bay, which would be huge for them because that could be a big pivotal twist in the NFC and who gets the higher seed. They're going to lose to Buffalo, which I think is fair. I think Buffalo kind of figures it out later on in the season. The Cardinals get them early, which is why I had them winning. They're going to beat Chicago because I think San Fran overall is just a better team than them. They're gonna beat the Rams, lose to Miami, lose to the Lions, and cap it off with a W against Arizona in a very pivotal game, because if the Cardinals win that, they are even when it comes to record, I believe, on my prediction. I might be wrong, I might be one off, I'm not sure, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because even if they were even record, the 49ers dominated the division in my predictions, so they would finish with a record of 11-6, finishing with the #1 seed in the NFC West. I don't think it's going to be super stacked. Like 11 wins as the top of the division is still a very good season. Don't get me wrong, but it is not a dominant 13, so I don't think we're going to see anyone just run away with the division in particular. I think the 49ers are going to kind of cap it off towards the end of the season like you guys see right here, and the other teams in the NFC West aren't going to be able to get it going. I think the Seahawks, I think the Rams, and the Cardinals are all going to finish really close. Like all of them have very high ceilings of like 9-10 wins, I think, but I think the floor for all of them is like 6, honestly. Some teams maybe 5. Like honestly, the Cardinals could even get thrown into that 5 to 6 realm. I'm just praying on optimism, I'm banking on that, and that's just kind of what I'm rocking with. I mean, let me know if you guys think my predictions are spot on, if I was accurate with anything, or what you disagree with. Like, just let me know down in the comment section below. I'm assuming we are going to get a plethora of fans from all across the NFL. So drop your thoughts, drop your predictions for the NFC West. You guys see all my predictions. You saw all the things. Predict it with me. So by the end of the season, you can come back to this and see how well you did. I'll drop mine down in the comment section below, and we will see how well I did at the end of the year. But with that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content like this today. So if you guys are a fan of this, consider hitting that subscribe button. We are so close to 6K, so I would appreciate everybody who smacks that button. I want to do another giveaway. Last year we did a DeAndre Hopkins icy white jersey. I want to know what you guys would like to have. Like, what is something we could give away that you guys would be interested in? I could get like a signed football at training camp, try to get a lot of players to sign it, and at the end of the year we could give that away, and that could be like the grand prize or something. Like we hit like 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers at the end of the season or something like that. I'll probably push for like 8K, and then I could give that away or something. Like, let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I'm going to be filming training camp. It is July 17th. We are a week away. I'm going to be attending as many of those as possible. So if you live in Arizona, are going to pop out to that. I mean, if you guys want to say what's up, I will be there. I'll give you guys the dates closer. If you guys want to follow my Twitter, I will let you know exactly which one I'm going to be at. With that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, drop some video ideas down in the comment section below that you guys would love to see. But with that being said, it's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.